Namaste. I am Prithav Bang from Yogesh Marketing and I come again with Design Dialogues. With us today we have a very skillful and passionate architect Nikita Tahilyani. Welcome to the podcast, Nikita ma'am. She has done multiple projects. Her career currently spans through a decade. Mumbai, Pune, Nagpur has majorly been her operating areas. And today we'll try and extract as much as knowledge that we can from her expertise, her passion, and most importantly, her creativity. Nikita ma'am, so while we start this conversation, if you were to describe this industry in a simplest manner of what designing is, I know this might be the most difficult question. Right. But what architecture is, what designing is in 21st century, 2026?
I would say architecture is art, creativity with technicality and execution.
This has to be a most complete definition that we've heard through these 30, 35 podcasts that we've taken. Essentially, ma'am, while we are into this setup, creativity is something which is hindered a lot because of management and operation. Execution is very difficult because of dependency on different groups of people, different segments of of people who complete a particular site. Amidst all of this, how do you maneuver yourself?
I think that is where execution plays the key role. See, most of the people who are working in the field are naturally creative, and I think that's the core reason they are part of this industry.
Correct.
So, being creative, being have creative and
Passionate.
being creative and passionate is definitely one of the core identity of designers. But one of the major part of our working would be technically resolving
The
your
issue.
creative
Functionality
ideas,
of things.
focusing on functionality and getting that work executed through various vendors and contractors that are there associated with us.
Are you not defining an MBA right now?
In a way, but I would say coordination, designing purely, it's around 20-30% part of what we do.
Correct.
Once the project is designed, the ideas are in place, technical drawings are done, the 70% time and energy goes majorly into coordinating things on site and getting things done the way you have actually imagined
Wanted
it.
it.
Even if you're making a wardrobe, it should, if you have imagined to have a seamless finish,
Correct.
noiseless shutter closing, automatic light on and off systems.
Correct.
I think there are various aspects even to a single wardrobe
Absolutely.
which needs to be coordinated with various teams and has to be executed flawlessly. So I think it requires very rigorous site execution techniques, coordinating with vendors on time and quality checks. So I think that is how you actually, when we say we design dream homes, but with execution, with the quality in execution, you build dream homes.
Oh, there is a stark difference in it. Although you only changed one word.
Yeah.
Ma'am, while we are into this discussion, you've briefly mentioned that सिर्फ 30% is design, 70%
Yes.
is execution.
Yes.
But is this the same which is being taught to you in 5 years of your architecture?
Not really. See, architecture itself is a very vast field in itself. It has
Correct.
a lot of aspects. So, starting as a designer, starting as a student of designing fraternity, the first thing that you're taught is to elaborate your creative thinking.
Correct.
To elaborate
To switch it on.
solution, to elaborate your giving solutions to the spaces. So
Correct.
that is what is mostly nurtured in first 5 years of your architecture. And definitely at that in college, having a very hands-on experience is limited. But at the same time, that is what internships are for.
The practical
The
exposure.
practical experience. So I think anybody working into design field should at least for a year or two invest into hands-on experience in offices, on sites, to really understand what design built is. Not just designing, but to build it.
Because there's way huge difference.
Yes,
in
as I
between
said,
those.
see, imagination. Everybody has an imagination.
Absolutely.
A layman
And
also
what
has
else
an
have?
imagination.
Correct.
But the difference between a layman's imagination and a designer or an architect's imagination should be that technical detail of actually being able to
realizing
recreate it.
Correct.
And take a technical call whether that design or that solution is practical in that space.
Absolutely.
When we deal with clients, a lot of times there are a lot of things that client tell us कि ये शटर स्लाइड भी हो जाए, फोल्ड भी हो जाए, ऐसा पॉसिबल नहीं है क्या? You have a very small powder bathroom, but to have 3-4 things in it, is it not possible?
It's like rubbing the genie.
Exactly. So, but that is when planning plays a very crucial
Correct.
role, I would say. That is what you are being taught for first 4-5 years in architecture, where you come up with solutions where you can cater maximum of what the client
Is
needs
what.
or whatever your end user needs. Because whatever you're building is for the end user.
Absolutely.
So that should make
It has
sense to
to
that
ease
person.
the-
Yeah.
Correct. Ma'am, you started this journey, I'm assuming, in 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
Today we are at 2026.
Yes.
It's been a decade. And, I might not be wrong when I say this, that it has been the most, turmoil-filled decade.
Revolutionary.
Revolutionary, correct.
Yeah.
To, more positive note,
Yeah.
a revolutionary decade.
Yeah.
In every circumstance, not only in our sector or our industry. But if you talk about our industry, when you started and where you stand today, how has things progressed?
I think technology has changed the way we work pretty much in terms of design aspect, as I said.
Correct.
Okay, initially it all started with hand drafting, and it used to take hours and
Hours
hours
and
of
hours.
time of an architect and energy to to
Correct.
really put the ideas on paper.
On paper.
Then we had all these softwares, 2D softwares, making our life a little
Easier.
then coming up with 3D softwares,
Correct.
maybe 3ds Max, Revit, or SketchUp,
Mhm.
you call it, where you can visualize things in a 3D form. It is much more helpful for, I would say, again, for a client or an end user than
understand.
it is for a designer, because
Correct.
designer has a vision. They
Correct.
understand how the end product would look like, but
Correct.
it will be very difficult for a layman to imagine the same.
And it might not be correct of us to also ask from them.
Yes. So 3D visualization has really helped us as a designer to convey our ideas to the client. And I think that is a key role where, expectations of the client and designing set of an architect meet. That is where the bridge meets, because when they visually see a 3D of, their building or interiors of the building, a bedroom or a kitchen, it is very easy for them to visualize, okay, this is how the end product is going to look like.
Correct.
And I am happy with this product. And if you execute the same thing, that is where they're very happy with the results as well.
Because they get to feel what they saw.
Yes. Earlier it used to be, definitely, because a lot of times there were not much modes of conveying things to the client. So designer used to design in their way. Probably sometimes things were being built and the client realizes, probably I don't like this. The room looks too small. The elevation doesn't look up to the mark. So there must be some. There used to be some तोड़ फोड़ कि आप इसको तोड़ दो, वापस बना लो. Time, money, effort, everything goes. So I think all these softwares have really helped us to clearly convey our vision to our clients. And
so beautiful.
And simplify the process. Okay, this is my design idea. This is the technical detail. The client understands it. We will go ahead. So that
Correct.
is how the working in Nest Architects
Correct.
work. Like when we start up with any project, the base idea is to understand the site, understand the client's requirement,
Correct.
and then do the planning part, the 3D part of it. And once the designs are approved in terms of 3Ds,
Correct.
okay, this would be the styling, this would be the color palette, this would be the shape. We go ahead with our final execution. So there's no rework or any wastage or redoing of stuff on
You
site.
invest more time in
the
the
designing
homework part of it.
Yes.
So
And
that-
it brings much more clarity,
It
as
does.
I said, to everybody.
There's no point in rushing towards
Yes.
execution.
Yes. So I think your base idea should be very clear, well conveyed to the client. Prepare your set of drawings, put everything in detail. Definitely, when we talk about on-site work, there might be some changes. Sometimes the client says, okay, probably I approved it, but I don't like it. So that 5%
Margin of error
flexibility
would
you have
always
to
be.
keep.
Correct.
It's okay, I can modify it. And being a creative person, sometimes even architects, I might have shown something in brown, but I
Even
might
you
like it
eventually-
in
correct.
white later. So
Correct.
I might just pick it up.
Correct.
So
Correct.
that flexibility is there definitely, but most part of it is resolved, and the working becomes smoother for everybody involved in the process, including the vendors.
Absolutely.
If it's a civil contractor, or if it's a carpenter or a painter, he has a streamline. Okay, this is my scope of work and this is my time.
This is how I have to actually go about it.
Yes.
Now, this was until 2026
Hmm.
or until 2020 or or something of that sort. But what after this? What lies ahead of also with AI coming into picture? Most of us can actually design things in minutes.
Oh, yes. I have had clients coming to me and telling, hey, why are you spending so much time on 3Ds?
Exactly.
You're taking weeks and weeks. Just click a picture. Now it's AI. It shows, whatever prompt you give,
Mm-hmm.
it shows things, it can just generate an image and show
Give
it to
you
you.
tons of options and all.
Right.
But do you really think also a lot of people, in this world actually said that this industry would eventually be hampered
Hmm.
or replaced because if I am a person who's making 3Ds and everything of that sort, and another system can do it,
Hmm.
which is quicker, better, and has more dimensions of perspectives than what I have as a human. Can this be replaced, or do you think that human touch is always required?
See, with technology coming in, things have always become easier and faster.
Correct.
जब there was this misconception when computers came in.
Correct.
Okay, this will take away jobs of so many
Ah,
people because
absolutely.
it can do so much with so little time.
Early 2000s.
But
Nothing
history is a
happened.
proof. It has
We
generated
employment,
engineers. It has
correct.
Generated employment.
Scientists, employments, a lot of fields have
Exactly.
opened up after it.
Exactly. So I think same thing would be happening with AI. It is a tool for you to get things done faster.
Mhm.
As a human, if I am taking probably 7 days, 8 days to design something or
Mhm.
to think of seven different ideas, if AI can do it for me in like 1 hour,
Mhm.
it only helps me giving more option
To the people.
to the
Correct.
people. It's nobody is saying कि आपको in terms of design, I would say nobody is saying कि you just generate it through AI, you copy paste and you give it.
It does not really happen.
No, but if it can generate different options for you, it opens up your thought process.
Correct.
Right? So
Correct.
probably you can make 10 different options using AI, and then you decide on your own option, which would be a mix of 10 with 11 thing that you might have thought on your own.
Correct. Correct.
So I think it is just a helping tool. It's not gonna erase anything, and it would be same as what computer did to
You'll just
the
add up,
industry. Yeah.
a star to your sleeve.
Exactly, exactly. It's for you to make your life easier. If पहले हमें जो काम के लिए suppose as I said, if it was a 7 days job and it gets done in 1 hour, we are still doing the job, we are
Correct.
still there, but it's
It's
just saving our time
more
and energy.
efficient.
Yes. And since AI is also on a very, very primitive stage
Correct.
right now,
Correct. Correct.
so definitely precision or exact execution or exact modeling of
It
things
will be tedious.
is not possible today, but it will be possible eventually. So I think that's a good thing.
This is a
It's
very
helping
interesting
us.
answer,
Yeah.
ma'am. A lot of times people actually complain on the fact that AI might take our
Not
jobs or might
really.
replace us.
See, as I said, architecture is not just art. I mean, that's the difference between me being an architect and somebody being an artist.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. Correct.
So, if an artist designs something, it's his imagination, his own execution,
Very
and
true.
it's only his call.
Done.
He's the one who's making it, and he's the one who's the end user. He's
Yes.
not thinking of anybody else.
That's correct.
But in terms of architecture or interior designing, that is not the field. I think you're designing something for somebody else, and it involves a lot of technical aspects. So, it will only be a helping tool. Your creativity is going
But
nowhere.
it can never take it over.
Exactly. Nobody is forcing you to implement the ideas that AI is giving
Correct.
you.
Correct.
But if it is helping somebody,
Mm-hmm.
why not?
Why not?
If
Absolutely.
you are a person who's more genius or who's more faster, in calculation,
Then you can tame the AI.
then we can do it on a computer or on a calculator. Good for you.
Correct.
But majority of them is not.
Absolutely.
So for it's okay if
This
it
is
helps
nothing but
somebody.
evolution.
It's an evolution, and it will only help and bring out more and more precision into it. Like in terms of architecture, now you must have heard of terms like sustainable architecture, parametric
Correct.
architecture.
Correct. Correct.
So these streams are coming into picture because now people are focusing on even small minute details of
Detail.
it. So if I am a designer, I am looking at a master plan of a building.
Mm-hmm.
Probably there's a associated designer who's a landscape architect or
Correct.
who's a green building architect. So landscape architect is looking at how the greenery is going to run around. The sustainable architect is looking at how the building is going to be sustainable.
Correct.
And probably a third parametric architect is probably looking at some, I would say parametric design elements that we are using in our elevation or
Facade
in
and
terms
all.
of planning.
Correct.
There's something called 3D printing also.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. So that is some new element that has
When
come
people
in.
have printed a building out of 3D,
Exactly,
it's
exactly.
unimaginable.
So if you'll say कि now machine is building,
A building.
printing the or building a building, what
Correct.
will the labor do?
Correct.
So
It's
I
not
think
possible.
labor का shortage सबको वैसे ही बहुत ज़्यादा है. So it's a
Absolutely.
good thing.
Absolutely.
So how industrialization come into manufacturing? Machines have always helped you to do what
excel
work you
into
have
what
been
you-
doing.
Correct.
I think it's a very good approach and easier life for everyone.
This is a very profound answer which you've given here.
Yes.
It's not always about being scared of evolution. It's about how you use
Nobody's
it
taking
to your
away
sleeve.
your creativity for sure.
Correct.
Using that technology or not is your
Is up
choice.
to you.
Like if you look at the senior architects all around the world today, probably they graduated 50, 60 years back.
Mhm.
They don't know how to draw a single line on AutoCAD. But that doesn't mean
That
that
they are not good
they are not
architects.
good enough or they
Correct.
are not able to work on the projects.
Correct.
They are
Absolutely.
doing it through their creativity.
It is about their brand value.
Exactly. It's about how you get things done. Mode of it doesn't matter to anyone,
Correct.
right? It's just a helping tool. So similarly, AI is also a helping tool to any industry
To
and
actually, do better.
do better work, do faster work.
Correct.
Apart from that, how you use it is up to you.
Okay. Like AI, we've also seen how modular furniture has now taken over. Although this was there since a long time.
Right.
There's nothing new. Making in modules is modular furniture. There's nothing modern
Right.
in it. Although people generally, use these words synonymously. The modular might be modern, but it is not modern at all. It has been there since a long time.
Right.
Godrej is a good example.
Right.
But now, while people, while not people exactly, but with companies like LiveSpace, Home Lane,
Yeah.
Pepperfry, although if you go deep into their papers, all of them are not doing good in terms of scaling their
Scaling
businesses.
their
It has been terrible for them. Pepperfry has shut down, Infra Market has shut down.
Right.
LiveSpace is not doing good on numbers per
Right.
se. But they're still trying to disrupt this industry in a positive manner. Because people right now, I think, don't want to spend years and years and years in building their
Correct.
houses. Because they think 5 साल का है उसका तो हम ही बदल देंगे या
Right.
हम बदल जाएंगे.
Right.
Either ways,
Right.
we don't live in this city or we won't live in this setup. So in regards to all of this, ma'am, how do you think would this scenario change eventually? Would turnkey solutions
Hmm.
be the only cornerstone of this industry, or would consultancy still hold the area which it has?
See, I would honestly tell you, consultancy and getting your product customizedly made
Mhm.
different from market standard
Mhm.
is pure luxury. And it
Now,
will
if you could
be
repeat this again, this is amazing.
so, as I said, consultancy and getting products made to customization to your own fit
Needs, correct.
is a pure luxury.
And people will always choose that.
People who can afford to choose it will choose it. See, we buy clothes, right? I'd
Correct.
say 10 साल पहले your father, your forefather, they all
Correct.
wore tailor-made clothes,
Correct, correct.
right? Because tailors were
Custom to
available
size, correct.
and tailors were cheaper,
Absolutely.
right? Today there are no good tailors in the market.
Okay.
Whoever
It
you
is
speak
vice
to,
versa.
right? So it's difficult to find a good trained tailor. It's difficult to find good fabrics and to invest that time and energy to get a dress customized for you.
Correct.
Right? So if you have that luxury of time, if you have that budget, to pay for a good fabric, to pay for a good vendor, and to wait a month to get that designer dress.
Oh, I get the logic now.
Right? So that's luxury. Whereas if you are just a normal janta, you would go to a store, you would go to a mall, pick something that fits, pick something that you like, and you wear it. End of the story.
Correct.
So I think the same logic is gonna be applicable in every design industry. industry, including architecture. So if you're looking at homes that are absolutely tailor-made, that are different from every other home
It
that
would
you
be
see,
visible, maybe.
it would be visible, but it will require that tailored solutions. It will require that kind of money,
Correct.
and it will require that kind of
Time.
time.
Correct.
Right? If you want to go for something that is modular, I won't say modular. I would say something that is same as industry standard. All the names that you took, like talk about Pepper Fry, Live Space, Homemade,
Correct.
they have a certain set of styling
Templates.
certain set of catalog from where you just select and they put it for you in your place, size and dimension.
Correct.
So it's similar to buying a shirt that fits your size. Right?
No,
I'm
like,
not saying it's wrong.
yeah,
And
but
there's
this
a
is
shirt
true.
available for 100 rupees and there's a shirt available for 1 lakh rupees also.
You'd always vouch for 1 lakh, although you might buy
So it's your choice and pick to take from it. But as I said, consultancy is not going to go vanish. It will just become more and more exclusive because somebody is investing their time and energy for your fit.
Correct.
So, but at the same time, as we see all big brands making big monies, whether it's Zara, Westside, or
Correct,
anybody you
correct,
name
correct.
it works on mass mentality.
Absolutely.
So similarly, even in design field, modular is the future.
Correct.
Turnkey is the future
Correct.
because people are so involved and occupied in their own
Own daily chorus.
time and routine कि किसी के पास इतना time नहीं है कि मैं अपना job छोड़ के every day I will go on site
Visit
for
on
2 to
site.
3 hours, and I will invest every little material that is required on
Correct,
site.
correct,
So
correct.
it's easier that, and even with budget, when you go for modular products, the budget is there in front of you on day one, right? You know कि I'm gonna spend 10 lakh rupees on the entire house.
Correct.
So it will not go from 10 to 20.
Never.
But when you start making a customized thing on site,
It may.
it may wait, right?
Correct. Correct.
So as I said, getting things customized is a luxury. And when you go for modular, you save on time, you save on energy, you get very good, very nicely finished products made. And pehle, when our fathers and our forefathers used to work, unke time pe modular, they used to opt only for commercial projects.
Very true.
And in commercial projects, the criteria is budget.
Correct.
The
Budget
primary
and time.
criteria, budget and time.
Correct.
So they opted for lowest costing furniture pieces,
Which can be the quickest.
which can be quickly installed. So पहले ही लोगों के दिमाग में वो idea है कि when you're going for a ready-made thing, probably it's of a lower quality.
Correct.
It's not as good as my carpenter is making it on site.
Correct.
हमारा बेड देखो कारपेंटर ने बनाया था 50 साल से कुछ नहीं हुआ, आपने खरीद के लाया 2 साल में टूट गया. So in the modular market, the market is open for everybody. As I said, you get 100 rupees shirt, you get 1 lakh rupees shirt. You decide which quality and brand you want to go for. Same as for furniture and every modular element. It is available from the basic pricing of 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees to something that goes around 2 CR.
It's
Right?
upon you as to what
It's
you want.
upon you what material, what finish you are choosing for. Like even when we do our projects for interiors, we a lot of time opt for very good Italian made brands.
Correct.
Excellent finish, excellent raw material,
Smooth functionality.
They aren't cheap. They are much more expensive than what I can get it done from a carpenter.
Correct.
But people are paying that premium for the quality,
The
for the
experience.
finish, not just to save time.
Correct.
But then there are few things that can't be done on site. हर
Correct.
चीज site पे नहीं बन सकती है.
Correct.
So things that are modern, things that are very difficult in shape, has very premium raw material. So factories are doing good R&D. They are investing pretty much good time in doing R&Ds for those products, making that product, delivering it to your house, and giving you warranty over it.
What more can one expect from this?
Right. So now there's an option that even factories, they customize for
Furniture
luxury
for you.
project. They customize the furniture for you, the color you want, the leather you want, the sizes you want. So I think it saves a lot of time and energy for everybody, and it still gives you a very good customized solution of what you want.
Correct.
So there is when you talk about modular furniture or modular designing market, it is open for everybody. Somebody who wants to buy ready-made, if you go to IKEA or Godrej
A lot
or
of places.
Urban Ladder,
Correct.
something like that, They have ready-made wardrobes, beds available. You can pick them, or you can go to certain brands who are probably premium, and they can customize. They might charge a premium over that, but they can customize everything for you as per your need and
Correct,
requirements.
correct.
So definitely, factory finishes are much better. And on the other hand, same is with our vendors also. Carpenters, we I think 50 years back, yeah, 30 years, 20 years back, the number of carpenters that were available in the market,
It was much more than what
much
they
more
are.
than what we have today. Now, a son of a carpenter is not a carpenter.
Absolutely.
He's
Nobody
an
wants to
engineer,
become
he's a doctor. So there's a scarcity of good vendors
skilled.
as well, skilled labor
Correct.
as well. So opting for industrial good would be a good option.
And so what I think is that eventually having a carpenter would be a luxury.
Yes, yes, it would be same. See, if you have been abroad, or people who have seen things abroad, it's very very obvious that वहाँ पे bed खरीदना and bed install करना
Hmm.
costs them the same,
Correct.
because the labor is so expensive,
Very true.
because of high demand and scarcity of the
People
skilled
working in
labor.
it.
So that is the similar scenario that's going to happen in India as well. जब बहुत abundance of labor था, skill था, things were cheaper.
Cheaper.
But it's
जब
not
नहीं
going to
है
be
तो-
the same scenario 10 years down the line.
But if this is so, why, so, what I think is that people are still very, not accepting towards these companies. People still refrain from going.
Huh.
So there's this, age group which would prefer live space.
Correct.
And that age group is currently not making houses.
Again, as I would say, eventually with time, this mindset will change, because currently probably the decision maker in the house is around 50 years,
Correct.
50 to 60 years age
Correct,
group.
correct.
So they have seen the that carpenter made
Furniture,
generation and furniture.
absolutely.
So probably they have this idea that ready-made would not be that durable.
Hmm.
But generation 10 years, 20 years down the line would be the ones who don't have a liberty to choose
Never,
for carpenters.
neither the time nor the money.
Not that they have the time or
Correct,
patience to do that
Correct,
work.
correct.
So they will be picking for
Modular
furniture. Modular furniture in any, as I said, category and quality. So that's on your
As to
budget.
what we prefer.
Yeah. You can just pick and put it in place. So we have itna sara abadi, we have a lot of scope for
Everything.
this thing. Yeah, definitely. So it's a very booming stream and much required. Definitely much required. Because as I said, our 70% time goes into execution. Execution is what? Getting things work done from these vendors, doing the quality checks. Since every design is customized, on every side the work would be executed in different parameters.
Correct.
Right? So in a factory, if they are making a bed, they are making 100 beds of the same style. So they have done all the R&D, and now the finishes are top notch.
Correct.
So it's easier for you to go and pick the finished product
And then just install it.
install. Yes.
Now, you in your, this career span have worked on different types of projects.
Yeah.
Residential, commercial. Of what I could read, you worked on a clothing store, on farmhouses, So while you, go through these projects of different nature, obviously, so a commercial project would require a different type of expertise from you. Residence would require a more human touch, etc., etc. What is that one thing which is common amidst all of these things? So the cornerstone of you as an architect or designer.
See, I would say learning, and learning about every aspect of every different project that comes in, and practicing the design accordingly.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So if you are doing a residential project, as I said, there must be multiple people who
Give
would
their
take the
opinions.
call. Yeah, who would take the call. The kid would want something from in his style. The parents would want something else. Grandparents would like to have something else.
Correct.
So you as a designer have to cater to all those things.
Is it
Whereas if you design something like a commercial store, for example, you said a cloth store,
Correct.
it's only majorly the owner who
Absolutely.
will have a call, and you design things accordingly. If you design a hotel, then the idea is to go for human psychology, where what design material I should put
Would people
in
appreciate?
that would people appreciate. What if I have a crowd of 1,000 people? What design set would be liked by at least 900 of them?
Ma'am, this was my question. You
Yeah.
answered already.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter if I personally like red, blue, green.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm designing a hotel, I have to put in things that are liked by majority of the people, and at the same time appreciate it. You know, you go to any five-star property, you appreciate, or any good designed property, you appreciate the color palette, though it is very subtle, very soothing. And then we come back home thinking कि यार उसका तो bedroom बहुत अच्छा दिख रहा था, हमारा bedroom ऐसा क्यों नहीं दिख रहा, right?
Correct.
That is because so much of thought and R&D has gone into it
Mm-hmm.
for the designing of that particular product. And what your house is being designed, it majorly runs around your taste.
Your nature and your taste.
Yes. So a lot of times that are not, for example, if you talk about lighting, if you go to any hotel room, the lightings are very, very dim.
Very
You
good.
like it for a day or two because it gives you that calm effect.
Soothing effect.
Yes, but when you come back home and if I design a bedroom for you and I give that sort of lighting, third day you are going to give me a call, Nikita, मेरे room में सब अंधेरे में है. You know,
correct.
please put in proper lighting, right? Because you get irritated afterwards.
Absolutely.
In the bedroom, you probably, apart from relaxing, you're probably doing some office work. You probably have a movie night or different purposes.
Correct.
Right? So you need lighting of all those sorts.
Correct.
Right? So I think that's a major difference. Which general people doesn't really recognize. But yeah, as I said, with every different project, for example, if you're designing a hospital, aesthetics is always second. It's always the services.
Utility.
Services. The hospital has to be really clean. The circulation has to be really right, and all your MEP services, that is your mechanical, electrical, plumbing, HSVC, that is ACs, should function properly on time. There cannot be any compromise on that front.
So, for example, if you're designing a hospital as of now, the designing part would be secondary. The functionality
Aesthetics
part
would be
aesthetics, correct.
When I start designing, aesthetics would be secondary. The first primary thing that we will work out in our planning would be services.
Wow.
If the services are right in place, same the second chapter of the design would be giving aesthetics to that space.
Correct.
I think this is applicable for every service industry. A lot of times people do major mistake when they design their restaurants and cafes. They think जो restaurant अच्छा दिखता है वो अच्छा चलता है. Not really. जो रेस्टोरेंट में सर्विस अच्छा मिलता है,
कम व्हाट में,
जो रेस्टोरेंट का किचन क्लीन है, जो रेस्टोरेंट के सर्विस अच्छे हैं, आप वहीं बार बार जाना प्रेफर करें, राइट? सो सिमिलरली, even though it's a very for a layman might think it is very aesthetic based design, it's not. It is again a very service based design. You design your services, you design your kitchen, you design your washrooms, you design your circulation of how a waiter is going to move around and how he's going to cater 50 tables.
Correct.
Once you have that
the
in
space,
place,
the
yes,
area.
It should be very easy for that person because he's there 12 hours a day.
This is so interesting.
Yeah.
I'm just cutting you short for a moment, but people do realize, so while she's speaking about restaurant, it is not about who is eating, or it is about who is serving or who is cooking.
Exactly.
Because they would be essentially the major part of it. So, ma'am, this is beautiful.
Right,
Please continue.
right. So that is what I said. If the waiter is comfortable in the job that he's doing, he'll be more efficient. He'll be serving you food on time. He'll be there to pay attention to what you want.
Correct.
Right, and that is what eventually will make your experience. Aesthetics, definitely, but again, it's a secondary.
Would be a part of it, but not the majority.
Secondary part of the design. So services would be the primary part.
This is really interesting. This perspective itself, generally people don't think this way while they're looking at a hotel maybe. But the next time I think when I go, I'll first look around how actually the server is moving around, because that is the designing part of it, of how you make it simple for them. The last man possible.
Right. This is what detailing is all about. Actually, when we say now God lies in detail, it starts with this. It doesn't start whether I've put a blue color or a green color on the wall, whether my wallpaper has stars or plants. It doesn't matter. It matters in this. So once you resolve these things, aesthetics, definitely they fall into picture, and they are a key element, no doubt. But there's a sequence. Absolutely. There's a food chain that you need to follow. So the top of the pyramid would be services.
Wow, so this is when you actually you're all inspired by the field.
Right.
So while we look at architecture, interior designing, it is more of us looking at flashy things,
Yes, yes,
or a finished product.
yes,
But seldom do we realize the intelligence which is put into
right,
it. It is, besides creativity,
Right.
intelligence also,
right.
or being smart is also very important when you're
I
designing
think it's a
stuff.
very key element. That is what I said. Even for the houses, I would say. I did last time. I explained one of my projects,
Hmm.
which was in Infinity,
Hmm.
and I said ki it's an apartment project. It's a very high end apartment.
It is beautiful, people. She has uploaded the pictures on social media. Nest Architects is the name. Just go and check it out. I'm really sorry, ma'am, I'm cutting you short, but it is mesmerizing. It is not because she's uploaded the pictures of it, but she's explained why, what is there. That is what actually entices you to know more about the project.
Thank you so much. So as I said, ki even though it was an apartment, my first priority was resolving, how the ACs are gonna come and how other services are gonna come. So when I already have a 9 feet height,
Correct.
if I put a cassette AC, which will take 1 feet again, I can't have a room that ends up looking like 8 feet ceiling height, right?
Correct.
So it is very important you resolve services there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an integral part, which I think a lot of times even designers they overlook and they think it can be taken care of later.
Later, but it is not
But
happening.
no, but then the details won't come out the way it should.
Mhm.
I have seen bungalows where people have taken 12 feet, 13 feet of heights for each
Mhm.
floor, and the ceiling has ended up looking at 10, 10 and a half. Why? हमारे एसी के डक्ट गए हैं, हमारी सर्विसेज गई हैं, but if you plan the right kind of beam structure, right kind of column structure, and right kind of AC duct structure
Mhm.
initially on your planning stage itself, so this will not be the result at the end of the project. Things will be in place.
Correct, correct, correct. No. So this is where generally people tend to lose the essence of the project.
Yes, yes. So designing, as I said, in general, you must have seen a lot of people saying, you know, I designed this house. People who are not even professional designers saying, it was all my vision, it is my idea.
Not correct.
Designing 70% is technicality. So the person who knows how to resolve technicality can work on aesthetics very easily.
But not vice versa.
Not vice versa.
Wow, so amazing. And correct, ma'am, because if you're able to provide a solution, only then you're able to help the person.
Yes.
Actually, in
Yes.
living in a
Because
easier
in
life.
design, there's no right and wrong, as I said.
It is subjective.
It's very, very subjective. Somebody likes a white shirt, somebody likes a black shirt. That's their personal choice.
Very true.
But making that thing in a right fit with the right size of sleeve, right size of
It is
collar
your talent.
needs talent, right? Not everybody can do it.
Wow, so amazing. Nikita, and so relevant also. While in this era where people, so one question which I wanted to ask, a very silly question, ma'am. But generally, when we see, people from our household working in the kitchen,
Right.
majorly our mother maybe, or so we often think यार AC क्यों नहीं लगा?
Right.
But so अरे इतना उनको पसीना आ रहा है.
Right.
So is this relevant also while you're designing and
See, it is relevant and very rightly put. A lot of times, a lot of end users don't have this vision where they think कि AC kitchen में भी लगाना चाहिए.
हाँ,
बहुत लोगों को लगता है जरूरत ही क्या है.
उनको लगता है ये गैसियस हो जाएगा, कुछ गलत
हाँ,
ना हो जाए.
हाँ.
तो वही मैं चाहता
But
हूँ
I
एक बार.
think kitchen is the hottest place.
Has to
Once
be.
you work in it, once you make chapatis in a hot summer 12 in the
You'll
afternoon,
realize.
you will leave eating chapatis. Trust me.
Absolutely.
Till से हम rice डालेंगे, हमको नहीं बना देते
Absolutely.
roti. So yeah, see, that is one place in the house that goes hottest, and we don't put on fans, we don't put on ACs.
Cannot technically.
It can be done if it is done in the right form. Again, placement of your AC. If you turn on the AC, the blow should not come directly on your stove. उससे आपका वो heat flame बराबर जलेगा ही नहीं.
Correct.
Right. And secondly, kitchen में जो stove part होता है ना, cooking part होता है, वो भी पूरा time on नहीं होता. Most of the time it involves
You're
chopping, doing
kneading.
other things. Yeah.
Right.
So even though when I'm switching on my stove, I might switch off the AC, but other rest of the time when I'm in the kitchen doing cleaning, doing chopping or any other work, the ACs can be put on, and even while cooking the ACs can be put on, considering the airflow doesn't interrupt your flame. If it is placed in the right direction, you can have it while cooking as
So a very basic example of art can be so simpler
Yes.
for people, but generally we don't actually think in that direction.
Yes.
Seldom is it that we find ACs,
Right.
But if you go into a restaurant, we will find ACs everywhere because that is thoughtful thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So as I said, there are solutions to every design problem, but you just need to put in that effort of how things. As I said, without technical details, no matter how beautiful kitchen you have, if you're
Mhm.
sweating in it day and night, makes no sense,
Makes
right? So placing right equipments, right cooling temperatures, placement of the stove, all these things are very important. Placement of your sink, for that matter,
is also very crucial.
very crucial. क्योंकि पानी का हर 10 मिनट में काम होता है,
Absolutely.
right? And if it is kept somewhere far away or on some other platform, I have seen kitchens designed where cooking platform is absolutely somewhere else. The sinks are absolutely kept somewhere
Very
else,
opposite
far
to
away.
travel time.
Yeah, so it becomes very difficult for the person who's in the kitchen working. The circulation pattern becomes very difficult. Nowadays there's a trend of open kitchen in India.
The island kitchen and all.
Island kitchens, open kitchens. Again, I would say open kitchens doesn't really work in Indian families. Every client that I've seen who have had open kitchen are not very happy. Reason, because we have all time cooking, we have frying, tadkas, everything, and all that smell and heat comes your
out
way,
of,
which you don't like.
correct. You want the
So
food, but not the
exactly.
process.
So you should definitely come up with a solution where the kitchen, probably with a sliding partition or something like that, where it can be connected with the dining when required, and it can be closed down when you have guests around, when you don't want the smell to go out.
Correct.
So I think these are the solutions that, as a designer, you should suggest to a client, and make them think beyond just the aesthetics that you see on Pinterest or any other
On
image on
Instagram.
the Instagram. Yeah. So I think that is where, as a designer, the key role of the designer is to guide the client or the user
In a
through
manner
their
which is
activities.
more
Yeah.
practical.
Yeah, because even though the family is shifting to a new house, they're not going to change the way they eat, right?
Correct.
Right. So the design has to follow the functionality, not vice versa.
Absolutely.
Right.
Wow.
But apart from that, I would say there are a few habits that people have, just because of leniency.
Correct.
That should not be appreciated either.
Absolutely.
That, as a designer, you should make people change.
Really, it is the power to do it.
Yes.
While so we are nearing the end of this discussion, the end of this podcast. Although a lot of questions are still not been asked by me to you, but due to paucity of time, ma'am, if I were to ask that where is Nest Architects heading and what vision do you have, and what all places do you want to explore, what all new projects do you want to take up, how would your mood would be?
Okay. Currently, I would say I am really blessed to be working with some of the great people, doing some
Absolutely.
great work in a
Absolutely.
very early, I would say, in
Stages of
early
your career.
the stages
Correct,
of my
correct.
career. So I feel really blessed and grateful for that. So currently, we are working on a lot of luxury residentials in terms of architecture, bungalows, villas, interiors, as in Nagpur. The market for penthouses, luxury
huge.
apartments is booming rapidly.
Correct.
So we are catering to those. And apart from that, in terms of commercial projects, we are doing some large scale commercial complexes and hotels,
Wow.
hospitals.
So technically, you're catering to all
Yes.
the experience that you're getting.
Yes. So I think, as I said, as we are two people working here, me and architect Vikram Singh Arya, who's also my husband. So we cater to all these categories, and we have a vision with the great growth that Nagpur is seeing.
Absolutely.
In terms of infrastructure.
Marvelous.
It is going to give more and more opportunity to every designer in the field. It will be more work and more opportunities to design better buildings.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
It
as a
is-
designer, I would say it would be our duty to take up that opportunity
Opportunities.
and make most of it.
Which you would, ma'am. It is very.
Hopefully,
you-
yes,
you-
we'll try my best.
You've demonstrated this, in this 10 years of your work, that you're more open to challenges, you're more open to new opportunities. You
Right.
like to be in murky waters because that is what
Right.
helps you actually tame the waters eventually.
I
It
think
is.
apart from passion, as I said, if you're really dedicated and if you enjoy the work and if you really care about the end user, I think the work turns out well.
It does, and
Yeah.
people, her Instagram is filled with that of how you can actually turn out your work to be well. I'm really grateful, ma'am, that you gave your time to us at Design Dialogues. You've been associated with Yogesh Marketing
Since
since a long time now, so
since my first project that I ever did in Nagpur.
and we're really grateful to be a part of your journey. It is always, it is always nice to revisit people after working with them a lot, after spending time with them on site, and then you revisit them with their experience. We grow as our companies, you grow as individuals, and eventually we meet again.
Yes.
That is where ideas and discussions take place. I'm really glad, ma'am, you took out your time, you came here.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It was a great conversation and also, as I would say, great platform for designers to, as we said, to give a glimpse of what really happens behind the scenes,
screen.
behind the actual finished product that everybody sees.
Correct.
There's a lot of hard work and a lot of designing, a lot of revisions that
Lot
go
of
into
patience.
picture, a lot of patience.
How many times you hold your thumb like this?
Yeah.
"ठीक है, अभी नहीं, अभी नहीं."
Yes, yes, definitely, definitely. I mean, patience is, I would say, the other synonym of architecture.
Amazing, man.
When I started new, I was very naive and people, senior designers told me, 10-12 साल तो लगता है settle होने में. And I was like, 10-12 साल क्या करेंगे? हम तो 2-3 साल में सब line पे आ जाएगा. But as they say, as you learn more, you become wiser and you
wiser,
understand
correct.
good things, they take time.
It should,
It
ma'am.
takes a lot of patience as well. Yes. Thank you so much for offering this platform.
I'm grateful, ma'am, that you came. I am giving her details on the YouTube description. People, go out, check her Instagram, the page Nest Architects. Her office is nearby only. I'll mention all the details. The most beautiful part of interacting with you is that you get to, understand different perspectives.
Right.
I've had a lot of people come, sit here, talk about things, but most of it was very conventional.
Okay.
Most of it was very technical, which
Okay.
people really don't easily resonate with.
Okay.
But with you, it is very natural because you like to talk about things in your profession.
I think everybody has a perspective
Correct,
of how they
towards
practice, and that is what makes every designer unique.
Unique.
That is how everybody
Their
brings
identity.
something new to the table. So
Correct.
as I said, along with the great growth that we are seeing around, there's something for everybody on the table.
It's about how you take it.
Yes, and it's great opportunities coming in, and I really hope from being from Nagpur, somehow I don't see a lot of people, being recognized on India level or international level as a designer.
Which is their due recognition.
Yes, so I think that has long awaited. People should really strive and be there and be top of the nation. Designers coming from places like this. Yeah, so I think that is how I hope the growth comes in.
It would be absolutely for this city, ma'am, and I'm sure you would be one of them. Thank you so much, people, for joining in. I'm really glad अगर आप ये 40th minute तक रुके हो. And so the good part is that you get to know something better in a more comprehensive manner. This is Prasad Bang signing off from Design Dialogues. I'll see you again.